They just released the Sony ZV-E10, and in this video we're going to talk about not the rumors, but the actual specs to this camera. If you want the condensed version, I got a tattoo of the Sony ZV-1 on my left forearm. I don't know if I'm going to get a tattoo of the E10 on my right. Just kidding, no tattoos of any ZV cameras on anybody's arms, but a new announcement from Sony of a new camera that just hit the market. Today they released the Sony ZV-E10 and we're gonna go over all of the official specs because we no longer have to rely on rumors. So let me know in the comments below if you guys decide on picking up this camera or not. There are a lot of exciting things and a lot of disappointing things. I'll be the first to admit, the thing that I was hoping for the most was to get 4K 60, but we're only gonna get 4K 30. Also, there's going to be a rolling shutter when you pan, and then finally, there's a non-touch menu screen. Now you can touch the screen to focus, but you can't touch the screen to select things inside the menu system. It's going to take the same SD card as the ZV-1, so nothing crazy there. It's got a 24.2 megapixel APS-C sensor, which is actually 33% bigger than the Sony ZV-1's 1-inch sensor. This will give you the ability to have better image quality, reduce the noise, and give you better control over your depth of field. Like I said, you'll be able to shoot in 4K up to 30 frames per second, and then you'll also be able to shoot in 120 frames per second at 1080, just like the ZV-1. It only weighs 12 ounces, which is pretty incredible for the amount of quality that you get out of it. It has a flip-out touchscreen, fast hybrid autofocus. The ISO goes from 100 all the way to 32,000. It has real-time autofocus and tracking. It comes with that background defocus feature along with face priority. And it also has that soft skin effect, just like the ZV-1, for people who do a lot of headshots and vlogging. It has the same picture profiles as the ZV-1 1 through 10, which include Cine 2, S-Log 2, and HLG. It will have in-camera charging just like the ZV-1, so you can hook up an external battery for things like time-lapse or live event shooting. It's got a 3-capsule mic on top, so the audio will be pretty good straight out of the camera, but you can also hook up flashes or flash triggers for photography and microphones such as the Sony ECM B1M shotgun mic. The body itself has a better grip system. In fact, it looks very similar to the cage that you can buy for the ZV-1 from Ulanzi. It does come with that FW50 battery, which we were hoping to get a longer lasting battery, but you get what you get and you don't get upset. It will have active stabilization, but we can also expect that it's going to crop in that 6mm just like the ZV-1. So whatever lens that you put on the camera, just add an extra 6mm if you're using active stabilization. The on-off switch is on the top of the camera. Right behind it is the mode button where you can quickly toggle between photos, videos, and S&Q or slow motion. The C1 button on the top of the camera is used for your background defocus. There is a dial on the top which you could spin, which out of the box controls your aperture, but I think I would change that to shutter speed or manual focus depending on the customization within the menu. Circling the shutter button is a zoom rocker which you can use for lenses that have that capability. On the back of the camera you have the menu button, the function button, the playback button, and also the trash button. The dial could be customized to whatever your heart desires, just like the ZV-1. You do have a USBC port on the side of the camera, which will allow for faster transfers and also great for live streaming events. It has a red tally lamp on the front of the camera to let you know when you're recording, and it also has a red rectangle that goes around the screen when you're recording so that you know you're recording. It has that product showcase feature which will focus on whatever's in front of the lens. Face priority auto exposure, so it locks in on your subject's face and it makes sure that it's exposing for the face instead of maybe something that's in the background that's more lit. As of the date of this video, the Sony ZV-E10 will come in at $698 if you just get the body only, and if you decide to get it with the lens, which is a 16 by 55mm lens, you're looking at $799. I reached out to B&H to see when they would be shipping this camera, and they said as of right now, they don't have a date. So this was just a quick video to keep you guys up to date on this new Sony camera. Let's see what happens when it gets released and how good the image quality is. I'm still on the fence about whether or not I'm gonna pick one up to see for myself, but I'd love to hear what your thoughts are if you guys decide that you wanna just skip on this one and wait for the next camera, or if you're gonna go out and purchase this camera. I'm gonna leave the links to everything that I researched in the description so you guys have a one-stop shop and you don't have to scour the internet for information. I'm Joe with Film Alliance, and until the next video where I show you what's in my camera bag, peace.